And there we go. It's always a little bit, takes a little bit to get us set up here. So you should still be able to see me. Had a little bit of weirdness there, but it is all good. So thank you again for being here today. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of a new backdrop here. We're in the new office. And thanks again for taking the time to be here on the webinar. So what we're going to do here is post our first posting on Instagram. And then get into the actual Q&A. So you can see I've got my phone loaded up and I've got Instagram down here in the bottom left-hand corner. So we're gonna open up Instagram and that's gonna take us to the main screen that you saw in the presentations. Now that's gonna come up in my feed and I'm going to press that middle button there, which is my actual camera. And what I did was right before we started, I snapped a quick little picture. You can see the camera roll just like we saw in the webinar showing up there at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select that photo and then I'm gonna click next up in the top right-hand corner. Now, the next screen is where you get to choose all of the different lenses or filters that Instagram has created for you to make your photo look really cool. So you just scroll through those and pick one that you like. I think the Juno looks okay. You know, you're never really comfortable 100% posting photos on there, but you can see here, we've got the photo. Now we've got the filter associated with it. If you want to change the contrast, you can do that by pressing the middle button there and just brighten it or turn it down a little bit with the filter still on the picture, and you can get some really cool looks by doing that. Then you click on next up in the top right-hand corner, and then we actually write our post. So we're going to do hashtag CWJStone. Hope you're loving the live Q&A. And then we're going to put hashtag Instagram marketing. All right. So, and I know this may not be thrilling for you, but hopefully you're following along on your side, making your own post. So it may take a minute to zoom in there. It's a little bit bright, but I've got the post up there at the top with the hashtags on what we want people to see. And then we're going to add the location so that people here in my local marketplace can find that location. So we're going to type in Guelph. We're in Guelph, Ontario, and then I'm going to post that to Facebook and Twitter. And using the settings that I showed you, you can go in, set up your Facebook account, set up your Twitter account, and now we're ready to share. So you just click on share down at the bottom, and we have successfully shared our first post on Instagram. No, I've got a number of you that have requested to connect with me on Instagram. You'll get those once I'm done the Q&A, and we can actually sit back and actually do a little bit of our social networking outside of the actual event. So now let's get into your Q&A and make sure that you get all of the help that you need implementing. And while I'm loading these up, it's always nice to say thank you to your First National representative for sponsoring this event, and for First National for really putting us all together and running this ongoing education series. This is the 17th month where we've done one of these social media webinars, and the feedback has just been fantastic. We're over 95% of the people that have registered and attended one of the events and filled out the survey have come back and said that it was a valuable investment of their time to help them grow their business. And I hope yours is the same. When you see that feedback survey come out, make sure you give us your honest feedback. Let me know how it is. This is, again, we had somebody ask for a little bit more interaction during the Q&A. Actually, we had a couple of people ask that. So that's why we're doing it this way. And if you like it, let us know. If you don't, that's okay, because we can change it. We're always here making it better for you. So our first question is from, sorry, just one second. From Terry. Terry says, are there any stats on the demographics of Instagram versus Facebook on age, location, income levels, etc.? And so the answer to that question is yes. with 30 minutes of content, I have to be selective with how much we do as far as statistics and background and how much we actually spend on implementation and leverage. So I kind of cut back a little bit on the statistics, but know that the most active age group on Instagram right now is 18 to 25. The second, and that accounts for, I believe, off the top of my head, I'm probably not going to get it right, but around 30% of their users. The next closest is that that first-time home buyer, like 25 to 32 bracket, and those again are those customers that we're going to get right now. Those are the first-time home buyers, and potentially that first round of people that are looking for refinance information and to get access to your help. So when you're putting your hashtags out there, make sure that you're not just hashtag mortgages, you're hashtag refinance, hashtag money help, hashtag money advice. Again, go into that search bar and type in hashtag money and see what all of the other hashtags are that are being used on Instagram right now, and kind of chain your wagon to those hashtags as opposed to trying to come up with your own, because you'll get much better results from that. So great question, Terry. Hope that helps you. Sorry I didn't have specific stats for you, but with the live aspect of things, it's hard for me to know what's going to come through. So thanks for that. From Sherry. Sherry asks, should we use an email or log in with our Facebook account? Sherry, great question, and that is completely up to you. If you log in using your Facebook account, it makes it easier to log in the second time because you just click the button and it will log you in, but you are giving away a little bit of your Facebook information over to Instagram, and from an advertising perspective, they're going to use the information that they get to tailor the ads to you and in your account. So just know that when you do log in with those Facebook buttons, you are giving up a little bit more of your information into the other service, because they can look at your account, how many friends you have, all those wonderful things. So my personal recommendation is that you log in with your email and your password, and then you keep that with the hundreds of other passwords that you have either written down in a book or another service. And I use a service called LastPass, LASTPASS. And it kind of remembers all of my passwords for me on my computer, and that might help you out as well. So from Jack asks, I was at a fantastic session with you where you showed us how to split our database on Facebook into multiple lists. Does Instagram allow you to have multiple lists as well? So Jack, awesome. Thank you for attending one of the live workshops. And I'm glad to see that it really helped you and that you have your social database under control. That's amazing. And as opposed to having everybody jumbled all up. Now, with that being said, on Facebook, Instagram doesn't really allow you to do that. You've got everybody in one list, and that's it. Now, you can direct message an individual user on Instagram, but you can't control who gets to see what you post. It's open and it's out to everybody. So that ability to use those custom lists is only on Facebook, and it's again one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of using that strategy, because it can really help you. So hopefully that helps you out. And again, be choosy with who you connect with. You want close past customers, keeping in mind that just 20 or 30 of your past clients that you network with can make a significant impact in the bottom line of how many referrals you get every year if you just focus on those core people that are sending you referrals. So this doesn't have to be, hundreds and hundreds of people that you're connecting with to get referrals. It can be a core group of people, and just focusing on them to get those loans, because it makes a big difference. Thank you for the question. So from Karen asks, does Instagram allow us to have two profiles? I'd like to keep one personal. So we're seeing a trend here, and so Karen, your standard Instagram account is designed to be just one because it connects with your Facebook account, and that's really what's going to help to grow your Instagram following in the initial parts, having that connection to Facebook. So it's recommended that you only have one account, but I understand that you want to keep your personal life private, and if you do choose to do that, I just wouldn't hook it with a Facebook account, or if that's the way that you're going about it, you may have a separate Facebook account, which also I don't recommend, but I know that a lot of people do it. So you could connect it over there as well. So hopefully that answers your question. And that's just real answers for you, because we understand the real world isn't always, it doesn't always mesh with the theory. So that is there to help you out. From Scott, Scott says, what about turning the private account settings? You suggest turning it off. And again, Scott, that is so that you can protect your personal privacy. So if you have an open Instagram account and you allow anybody to connect with you, exactly that can happen. Anybody can come and connect with your Instagram account, see all of your photos, and get open access to whatever it is that you post on Instagram. Now, if you're using it for marketing and advertising, you know, that's a great way to go about it, because it expands your reach and you get out to more people. I prefer that private account setting just so that you know who it is that you're connecting to, so that you can keep track of them in a database, or you can just keep track of the mental notes as far as who is the past clients, who are the past clients that are in your database that are on your Instagram account, so that you have control over who gets to see what. So again, everybody that has reached out to connect with me on today's event, they'll all get accepted into my Instagram account, but that means I get to take the time and really look at every single person that I'm connecting with. And it reminds me who they are, and just helps that relationship factor, because they know when they're allowed into my Instagram account that I know who they are and I care about our relationship, right? So it's kind of two ways to look at it. I like to lock it down and then allow people access, because it makes them feel like they're important and they're important to you. And that really is what you want with your colleagues that are referring you business, or your past clients that are going to send you referrals. They want to feel like they're part of your inner circle, and that'll help generate more referrals for you. So my recommendation is that you lock it down with private account settings, and then individually accept people, but you don't have to. Do as you feel comfortable. So from Patrick, Patrick says, is there a copy of this presentation that we can access? This is lots of information to absorb. Patrick, awesome, thank you. And I'm glad that you enjoyed the presentation. Yes, there is access to a recording. I'm going to put together a replay page once we have the recordings from the webinar, and I email that out. Normally it goes out on Saturday mornings, and you'll have access to the recording for 48 hours. Normally we'll take that down on Monday afternoon, or Monday morning, kind of depends on how Mondays go here at the office. And then after we take the replay access down, you have to reach out to your account manager to get access. So if you don't have time over the weekend to watch the replay, you can still get access to it, but you have to reach out to your account manager. Now, here's the great thing about that. I've been able to archive every single webinar that we've done, and we put them inside this membership area that has now 17 episodes of our monthly webinar series. And we go through everything that you need in order to build your business using social media and digital marketing. So we go through Facebook, we go through Twitter, we go through LinkedIn, we go through Google AdWords. We did 2 sessions on how to use your local presence on Google to get more clients and customers. We go through database marketing, paid marketing traffic on Facebook, how to set up a follow-up sequence after somebody comes into your CRM and convert them over time. There's a ton of valuable information. In my professional opinion, there's thousands of dollars worth of information. You get access to it for free. All you have to do is reach out to your First National representative, ask for access. As long as you're friendly with First National or becoming more friendly with First National, they can give you access where you can sign up for that membership area for free and get access to all of the recordings from the events that we do. So keep an eye out for that email, and you will get access to that. Also, keep an eye out for an email that you're going to get from me on either Monday or Tuesday of next week with your link to send to your referral partners. So next week on Friday, we're running this event again, and it's tailored to your referral partners. So your real estate partners, your moving partners, the lawyers that you do business with, the home inspectors that you do business with, anybody that's in that small business world that can refer you business You get to go out to them and say, hey, I'm helping to sponsor a webinar that's going to help you grow your business. This month, the topic is Instagram. Here's where you go to register for free. And I promote you during the webinar. And I say, hey, if you've enjoyed this information, reach out to your mortgage partner, take them out for lunch, talk about the strategies, and talk about how you can grow your business together. So it's a great way for you to promote your business with a free tool. And again, on your side, everything is sponsored by First National, and you're getting access to it because they really want to see you grow your business. And so that's another tool that we have access to for you. And keep an eye on your email because you're going to get access to that. From Christina. Christina says, great job as always, Chris. Awesome, thank you. Definitely gonna need a copy of this webinar. I still find social media scary. What if people post negative feedback? Can you remove it? So great question. And Christina, I totally get it. It can be scary to kind of, put yourself out there in the digital light, especially with, everything that we're hearing about politics right now and all the nastiness that happens on social media around that. But don't worry, it really is kind of an open, safe place, and your clients and customers really do want the best for you. So yes, there is a possibility that somebody might say something negative to you or about you on social media. If they just make that as a post, like they post it on your business page or they post it on your account, a lot of the times you can just delete that comment, or you can hide it on your wall so that it doesn't show up. Facebook particularly is good at giving you control over what gets seen by your friends. That's posted about you in the general community. Now on Instagram, if somebody tags you in a post, it's out there. But again, we don't really have that much to worry about as mortgage professionals, and we can't help everybody. So what I like to look at as far as a strategy for negative reviews is, number one, never post anything online that you're not willing to stand behind. So if you're gonna make a comment on your Facebook page or you're gonna make an Instagram post, be willing to defend your particular point of view on social media. If it's not something that you would say in a boardroom amongst your peers, it's not something that you should say on social media. If you follow that guideline, you'll never really get into trouble with your content because you'll always be confident enough to defend what it is that you've said, right? And people wanna know what you think. Be yourself. You're awesome, and let the world know about it, right? Now, the second part of those online reviews, and if somebody does say something negative about you, I like to look at reviews as almost like an insurance policy about your business. And we advocate all of the time that you need to reach out to your past clients and customers and ask them for reviews on Facebook. Ask them for reviews on your Google My Business page. Go out and proactively work with the people that love you to get that social proof online. Build up those reviews with every customer that you get in your business. Everybody has a cell phone while they're sitting there closing the deal with you. If they're remote, you can send them instructions on how to leave a review on your Google page or on your Facebook page. Build those up, build your bank of goodwill, because it will help you convert more clients and customers. It helps you get more rankings. There's nothing bad that can come from good 5-star perfect reviews on your social media profiles. And the reason why I call that an insurance policy is because if somebody ever comes to your profiles to say something negative and they see all of this positive social proof, they'll think twice about saying something negative. It's not just, they're the first person to get there so they can say whatever they want. They'll see that negativity and think, maybe, I wasn't in the right or whatever. They'll rethink that. The other thing is, if they do leave a bad review, the next client or customer that you're dealing with isn't just looking at one bad review on their profile. They say, okay, everybody knows you can't make everybody happy. And if they can see all of the other happy past clients that you've got, and there may be one negative rating and review, they go, it doesn't really matter. So you're protecting yourself. So I guess the long-winded answer to your question is be proactive and go out and get positive ratings, reviews, and testimonials on your social media profiles and on your Google My Business page, because those will work for you for a long time and help to protect you. So hopefully that helps. And thank you for the kind words and the feedback. I really appreciate it. It helps make my job easier. So from Nicole asks, can you link Instagram to your Facebook business page as well, or only your personal Facebook account? Nicole, you can only link it to your personal Facebook account for now. They are definitely working on features where you can link your Instagram and have an Instagram business account that is connected to your business page. As far as I know, that feature hasn't rolled out yet, but trust me, when it does, I will let you know about it by either posting on the blog or posting on social media or sending you an email about it. So I'll keep you up to date, but for right now, what I do is I take the information, I post it over to my personal Facebook account, and then I share from my personal Facebook account over to my business page. And if it's content that I've produced that I really only want that business page to be distributing, and I don't want it to go out to all of my personal friends on Facebook, I'll just hide the post on my timeline on my personal page, and that way it still shows up on my business page, but not on my personal. So that you could do that to get around that, because I completely understand. When you're marketing, you don't want to market to all of your Facebook friends all the time. I get it. From Rob says, should we have a personal account and one for business? Rob, I believe that you should have one account and use it for both. Keeping in mind that with Instagram, our strategy, just like we started today's event off with, is to really connect you with your past clients and customers and to leverage that relationship into more referrals for you. So creating a stronger bond and a stronger relationship with your past customers, and then using the visual content to keep yourself top of mind so that you get more referrals from your past customers. They think of you more often, and they feel like they know you better because they're constantly seeing your visual content showing up on Facebook, showing up on Instagram. It's just another way to make sure that you are top of mind all the time, so that when they know somebody that potentially needs help with their finances or they're looking to purchase a new home, your name is top of mind and you immediately get that referral. And also, just like we covered in last month's event, when you create that quality content and you're sharing that out on a regular basis, you're giving your past customers the resources that they need to share with their friends. Like, hey, you should be using my mortgage broker. Check out this Facebook post or check out this blog post that they wrote. And the more of this beautiful digital content that you create, the easier it is for your past clients to refer you business and share with their social connections as well. So hopefully that helps. Nicole asks, so Nicole, it's a similar question about the business page. Hopefully I already answered that question for you. From Conrad. Conrad has an interesting question. What are the best hashtags to use in posts? So here in the mortgage world, it's definitely hashtag mortgage, hashtag mortgage broker, hashtag mortgage, even though I hate to say it, mortgage rates, because there's a lot of traffic and people that are conditioned to look for that type of information. And then you can open up the conversation once you have them as a lead. But again, it gets good traffic. The best advice that I can give you, because these are changing, is when you go to Instagram, type in hashtag mortgage and watch all of the other related searches that Instagram pulls up, because that's how your users are going to be searching. They're going to go to the search bar, type in the hashtag mortgage and look at, okay, what are the other things that I should be searching for to find conversations about mortgages in my local marketplace, right? So just use the service like your customer would. So hopefully that helps. And great question. From Anne. Again, that's a duplicate. From Kurt. Kurt says, if I have previous pictures on Instagram of a more personal nature, should I create a new account for business or do personal and business on one account? So Kurt, the answer is, I personally believe that you should do them on one account and really do become friends with your past clients and your past customers. It's you know, we live in a world where there's very few secrets anymore. Just be yourself and your clients will love you for who you are. From Trevor, when it comes to Facebook, is it recommended to use our Facebook business page or personal page? So great question, and I take this into kind of two areas. So my Facebook business page is used for marketing, advertising, bringing in new leads, positioning ourselves as experts in the industry that we're in, getting good reach on our content, becoming an established leader. Your business page is about marketing, advertising, lead generation, bringing somebody into your funnel. Once you have processed that person through your funnel and you've turned them into a mortgage client or customer, it is my personal recommendation that they become a friend on your personal Facebook account in a list that says past customers. And you can hide the information about, you know, your kids or your grandkids or the personal stuff that you really have online that you don't want to share with those past clients. But when you have good information that you do want to share with those past clients, you can just send it to just that list so that only those past clients will see those posts. And those are, you know, the helpful tips that you put out there, the articles that we're writing, the tips that you've gotten in previous webinars, all that content and information can go specific to that list. So hopefully that helps kind of break down the line between, you know, where's my personal life and where's my business life on social media. So hopefully that helps. And again, I'm sorting through multiple questions to be as cognizant of your time. And so again, from Kurt about personal versus business, I'm very much on the side of you should connect with your past clients and past customers on your personal account, just because it really does help strengthen that relationship and you'll get more referrals from it. Also, Facebook has changed a lot in the last year and a half on reach. Your business page does not get the reach that it used to. So the most recent report that I read is that the average business page will touch roughly 6% of the fans that they have. So if you're looking to just pile everybody onto your business page and communicate to them by posting content, you're gonna have a really difficult time touching your entire audience because you've got to do it essentially 4% at a time. So that takes a lot of content to generate. And to offset that, the reason why Facebook has done that is to make you use advertisements. So you can write a really good post to generate deals and then boost that post to people that like your page and reach 100% of them, but you have to pay for an advertisement to actually get it out there to do it. So you get a lot more engagement and people have more affinity with you when you post using your personal account as opposed to your business page. So hopefully that helps. From Lewis. Lewis says, can I invite just a couple of people? Yes. So using that Instagram friend invite that I showed you on the PowerPoint presentation, you can go through and select who you want to send those invitations to. So you can be as broad or as narrow as you would like to be with that information. And from Allison, can I get access to the past recordings? The answer to that is yes, absolutely. We'll send those out via email, so keep an eye out for an email from me shortly with access to the recordings. And from Mary, Mary asks, can you explain how you promote a mortgage broker? Okay, so if you're interested in the Done For You program where we do all of your social media for you, you can email support@cwjstone.com and we can send you some information on that if you want more. Again, there's no pitch during these events, there's no plug, but if you want more information on how that works, just email support@cwjstone.com. We're happy to help you out. David, thank you very much for the kind words to First National. So the terminology is props to First National for hosting these events. So thank you for that. Indeed, thank you to First National for hosting these events, and thank you for continuing to support me as your host. I really love doing these events for you. The Q&A is obviously my favorite part. And I'm so glad that you get so much value from these every month. And with that, we are right on a half an hour. So if I haven't answered your question and it's not a duplicate, I will respond back to you via email. You will get an answer from your question. I really hope that you enjoyed leveraging Instagram in your business. I'm really looking forward to connecting with everybody that has connected during the event. And keep an eye out for the link to the referral partner webinar for you to send out for next week. Keep an eye out for the recording that you're going to have access to Make sure you reach out to your First National representative, say thank you for the event, and give them your feedback when you launch these systems out and you get results, or you've launched one of the previous webinar systems out and gotten results. Let your First National representative know about those successes, because I love to hear about them. And with that, we are going to wrap up. My name is Chris Johnstone. Thank you again for your time. Hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on next month's event. Bye, everybody.